Hello everyone, welcome to Business Northeast. Right now I am with Abhijit Pegu, who is the founder of LW3 Private Limited. So firstly, welcome to our show.
Thank you.
So firstly, I would like to know what inspired you to start LW3 Private Limited and how has your journey been since its inception?
First of all, thank you for having me on Business Northeast. It's really my pleasure to be here. So it all started with one single question when I was in a gym, apparently, and I've been told by the instructor of the gym to buy a whey protein powder. So everyone in my family was set aback by thinking. Mostly we hear rumors, right? The whey powders are not genuine; they're not authentic. So don't consume those kind of products. But still, my instructor insisted, and I bought one. And when I went back home, I checked its authenticity, like whether it's a genuine vape brand or not. There was a QR code, there was a secret code inside, and to my surprise, the QR code doesn't work. So it was a fake product actually.
Okay.
And then this started my curiosity, like if this is the situation with one product, that it must be somewhere else as well. So and I was working with KPMG at that point in time, and being a consultant, we have to do a lot of research. And at that point in time, the use of blockchain for anti-counterfeiting and traceability was a big deal.
Yeah.
So started doing research on my own, and I spoke to my co-founder, like who happens to be my college junior. So we started together to solve this problem, and that's how it started. And today, yeah, it's been quite a journey now. It's been 2 years, 2 years and 8 months to be precise, since we started this company. And we have received a good validation from multiple stakeholders, including the government, the startup ecosystem as a whole, and also, from our prospective customers.
So as a deep tech blockchain startup, what are your plans for scaling and commercializing your digital product passport service?
So, digital product passport is a new regulation that is coming in European Union, where it mandates every product that enters the European market or is placed in the European market to have a identity. Just like human beings have passports, even products require passports. So, and the use of blockchain is very natural, because the blockchain technology itself means that it consists of blockchain, a chain of blocks, right? And each block is connected to the other block. So that means if you want to change one block, you have to change the entire history of blocks, which is not possible. So that's why it represents digital truth. And if we combine that with something physical, right, we call it tokenization. If we combine that with some tags like QR code or NFC tags, and put the data on blockchain, it becomes physically and digitally secure. So I think our plans for scalability lies in going multi-chain. Right now we are in Algorand and Polygon, and we're building our solutions on Cardano as well, which is one of the top 5 blockchain projects in the world. And going forward, we plan to build on other chains as well, so that we don't restrict our solutions to one geography. We give our solutions to as much possible, in terms of geography, in terms of reach, in terms of technology. So yeah, that is our plan.
Okay. What about the commercialization?
Okay. So we have spoken to the largest three-wheeler EV manufacturer in India. So we're doing a pilot there. So being a deep tech company, the adoption is a challenge. And we realize from a lot of literature and from best practices in industry that a deep tech company cannot have revenue from day one. So what it needs to have is a lot of pilots, a lot of proof of concepts, maybe paid or unpaid. So we have a lot of pilots going on with governments, with businesses, in various sectors like EV. It could be solar panel, it could be wine company, it could be spices. So these are the KPIs which you're looking at towards commercialization, and I think by the end of this year we'll be able to start churning revenue. So for those of you who are not native to blockchain technology, so it's a basically a database, but with advanced level of security and also with economic engine. So basically, the first blockchain was Bitcoin. Though we misunderstand that Bitcoin is we associated with the cryptocurrency, but that is one side of the coin, one face of the coin. The other face is it's a ledger. It's a database where every information is stored sequentially and it cannot be tampered with, and it requires validation from nodes, or nodes, by nodes I mean computers, who validate every transaction. So like for example, if you go to the market and you bought some vegetables, now at the time of buying the vegetables, what if I told you there were two people who will be looking at you at your event, that during the time you're buying the vegetables, and they will record whatever you are buying, and they'll keep it safely in somewhere. So every time you do something, it is safely recorded and also verified during the event. So that is the power of blockchain, in the sense it records everything immutably and transparently. So in this journey, it's been very we've been very thankful to a couple of organizations who have understood our idea as well as validated our technology. One such is Software Technology Park of India, STPI Guwahati. We would like to thank them for believing in us at the earliest stage when we had just the idea. Second, we would like to thank Numaligarh Refinery Limited iDEATION program, which gave us a grant through which we could sustain ourselves, build up a prototype, come to an MVP level, and proof of concept. We also like to thank Algorand Foundation, which had invested, a foreign direct investment in our company and has taken equity from us. It's a Singapore based company.
So, how does LW3 Digital Product Passport (DPP) as a service work, and what industries do you see as the biggest adopters of this technology?
Yeah. So it, as the word suggests, digital product passport. So there are three words: digital, product, and passport. Passport we all understand, like human beings have passports. So the other thing is product. You add a product passport. So means every product has a passport, like identity, to prove from where it has come, its origin, its expiry, on all those details. And digital means it has to be somehow be able to be used digitally through smartphone, through internet, etc. So that's what digital product passport means. And there is a regulation, as I mentioned earlier, in coming in Europe, and already there is a lot of enthusiasm in other countries, advanced economies like US, Japan, which follows what European regulation does. And even India, what we're trying to do is build something called battery Aadhaar. So just like we have Aadhaar, right? So for electric vehicle batteries to have Aadhaar, and we're working with a regulator in the country to develop the framework or the standardization. And now you can get an idea of where this passport is used or will be used in future. One is EV, because the electric batteries contain strategic minerals like lithium, nickel, cobalt. They are very important for the country's sovereignty, like critical mineral sovereignty. Second would be electronics and electrical equipment, where you want to know whether the products are recycled or not, whether reused components are being used in the devices or not. Because according to EPR mandate 2022 e-waste rules, by 2028, 80% of products need to be recycled.
Yeah.
That is a rule going to come by 2027. So all the manufacturers are, looking towards recycling their products. But if you look at the statistics, out of 100%, only 13% are recorded as recycled.
Okay.
There is a huge gap of close to 80%, where the products are not recorded as recycled. And only I think 40% is recycled.
Yeah.
So that is where the passports will come handy. And maybe other sectors will open up, like food and textiles, maybe.
So, what is your pricing model for traceability and provenance solution?
Okay. So we have a quite flexible pricing model. And since we are um, doing a lot of pilots with different companies and different verticals, so every sector has its own price sensitivity and price elasticity. So because like you cannot compare an electric battery which is like close to 1 lakh or like 70,000 minimum to a tea packet, right, which is like 100 rupees. So we are coming up with a model for each sector, a pricing model, so that it's flexible enough to accommodate the nuances of the sector, as well as it solves the critical problems in that sector.
Yes, sir. Like, is it subscription based or customizable?
We are still working on parts of it. Like we're experimenting with a subscription model along with licensing fees as well.
Okay.
So probably by end of this year or next, we'll be able to freeze those models and come up with evolved pricing model.
So, as given that India loses over rupees 1 lakh crore annually to counterfeit products,
Yeah.
So how do you plan to penetrate the Indian market?
So that's a good question actually. Um, if I give you another number, like the whole counterfeit economy is $4 trillion
Okay.
worldwide. So if you look into this perspective, it is if counterfeiting were a country, it would have been the fourth largest economy in the world, beating Canada and sitting just below Germany. So this is a massive problem, and it pervades across industries, from liquor to spices to tires to every product that you see in the market. Now, though it's literally impossible to get into every possible sector and every possible product, we are following the same strategy which European Union is also following. It's there are certain sectors which is prioritized over the others, like depending on its impact on human life, um, the inherent value of the product, and also its shelf life, like how long is a product is used. So most products which would fit this solution at this point in time are which is having a a higher perceived value and extended shelf life. So those products will fit the most. Um, I think if that answers the question. But yes, this point remains that how if we're working with regulators in the country, because it doesn't add revenue actually. Our solution, frankly, doesn't, because it doesn't add revenue to any company, but it saves a lot of cost. I mean, which is borne due to counterfeit activities. There's a lot of revenue being lost. I think close to, if I'm correct, as per one data, close to $4 billion are lost every year by American companies due to counterfeiting.
Okay.
So, yeah, we're working with regulators and businesses to spread awareness about this product, and yeah, that is how we're going currently.
So, uh, right now, what are you more focusing on, B2B or B2C or government partnerships?
So ours is primarily a B2B solution. We offer solutions to businesses who want to secure their products and save it from counterfeits, or who want to give an enhanced consumer experience to their customers by proving that whatever they're selling is actually what they're selling and not a counterfeit one. Or so we're selling even the business of truth, as I was talking to you earlier. So this is in line with our vision of having uh, uh, slow but steady growth, and we believe technology can be good to the society. So there is a conundrum, like if you want to make money, you have to do something bad. I don't think that's entirely true. You can make money and still do good to the society, to the people, and still end up make money. But yeah, you have to have the knowledge and the know-how how to do it.
So, lastly, what are your future plans for scaling up your business in terms of market expansion?
Yeah. So as I want to take you back to the first line, like we are a blockchain company. So if you understand blockchain, it consists of a lot of chains, layer one blockchains like Ethereum, Bitcoin. You must have heard about these chains. Cardano, Algorand. So every layer one or every blockchain has its own geography or has its own, you know, uh, geographical presence. Like for example, Cardano is present in Africa, in Japan. Algorand is very much active in India and Latin America. And for example, like Avalanche is active in US and Egypt and Greece. So we are working on a multi-chain model where we don't limit ourselves to a single chain.
Okay.
So that's one of our strategies. Those who understand blockchain, they will know that if you have a multi-chain approach, you will be able to leverage all the chains reach, so that you can try to cover as much as possible across the surface of the earth. And yeah, we participate in a lot of hackathons, India level, global level, and matchmaking bilateral events, India, European Union, Indo Japan, Indo Singapore. So that is our go-to-market strategy, and I think we believe we are building a global product, and so the sky is the limit. So we try to reach out to as many networking events, global networking events in the world. So yeah, in short, that is how we want to scale our business.
Okay. So that's all for today. Thank you for giving us your valuable time, and I wish you all the best for your
Thank
future.
you.
Thank you, viewers. Keep watching Business Noticed.
Thank you.